Hello, friends.
Hi, we're glad you could join us today.
We're Tamara and Twila, mother-daughter team. We have a small shop south of Lawrence, Kansas, and we teach several classes, including a 10-month home herbalist apprenticeship program. And we always love meeting with you every week to chat about some of our favorite things and some of what we're thinking about this time of year. We love living in the seasons and sharing some ideas that we hope inspire you.
Yes, we do. And it's the holiday season once again.
Yes,
it seems
it
to
is.
roll around pretty quick every year.
Faster every year.
Yes, the older we get. And we hope you'll come in and say hello and have a cup of our wonderful love tea that we are serving. It's red. It's perfect for the holidays.
Yes, we're open one more weekend in December,
Yes.
and then we are closed until the middle of January. So this is the last weekend to come in and get things if you're local. And we do, of course, ship, and we can do porch pickup pretty much anytime, too.
But take a minute out and stop out and just walk around. It's, as one gal said yesterday, it's very peaceful in here. And it is. It's kind of a place to pull our thoughts back together. And we've all been hustling and bustling.
It's that time of year.
It is. I've been busy making batches of maple cinnamon pecans.
Oh, they are so yummy.
They are so yummy. And so I
I
sent some home with my son also when he was here visiting. And he said he had purchased some and they just weren't quite like Mom's.
Oh, of course not. The homemade is the very best.
They are.
Yeah, and even one of my kids who I didn't think usually liked nuts.
I didn't either.
She loved them and like using them for pancakes and everything. So.
And so if you want the recipe, and they're super easy to make, the easiest recipe there is, I think, to make, and yet the most tasty that I found it. I've tried several. And that recipe is in the December chapter of my book. And I might mention a few of the other little essays and writings that are in the December issue, if you'd like to read it, because we do have different writings in it that pertain to December only.
I love the way you structured this book. I think it was really so well done.
It was, I had to think it through, but I think that I had to live more into the month. That's the seasons, and then break it down into the months. And to be more mindful of everything more or less around me, because it does get so busy. Anyway, some of the writings are the view from my window, the full moon in December, in the garden in December, in the kitchen in December, 'tis the season, and the native red cedar tree. So those are some of the writings in there. I think you'll really enjoy reading through the month of December. And this is the time to be reading that month.
Yeah, and we love the red cedar tree. We know it's invasive. Or we were just talking to somebody this past weekend here in the shop about cedar trees. And I was showing her that, we love to actually include it in some of our burning bundles. And some people don't really like the smell of it fresh, but I enjoy it, and I really love it burning when it's dried in burning bundles. I think it smells so good.
Well, and I explained that it is known as the sanctuary tree, and the sanctuary tree is to protect the animals and the birds, because the scent of the red cedar tree hides the scent of the animals. And I think that's just wonderful. Or even a human being, if you needed to hide a tree. And there were some stories back when that this did happen. And so I think it's a wonderful little tree too.
It is. And we call it a red cedar tree, but it's actually a juniper tree. Juniper is virginiana, and we use the juniper berries. Juniper berries are actually well known as an herbal medicine. And it's one of the herbs that we use in our urinary tract support tea. And it's also one of the main herbs that we use in our herbal steam. There's an herbalist named Sam Kaufman that we follow, who is really a wonderful first aid herbalist. And he got COVID not too long ago. I think this was just last year. He'd already had his booster, and he had all the vaccinations for COVID, and it was still a very serious case of COVID. And I think we tend to get a little lackadaisical that now, because we just don't hear about it on the news and such, but COVID can still really be a very serious illness. And he said the thing that really helped to turn the corner on it for him was an herbal steam, and one of the main herbs he felt like helped him the most was the crushed juniper berries. And so that's one of the things that we have in our herbal steam that we now offer here at the shop. It's one of the great things that we love to keep in our herbal apothecary, and we really feel like it's something that should be a staple in everyone's winter herbal apothecary. One of our friends here at the shop who comes in, she was telling us that not only did it help her to feel better during an illness, but she loves just using it as a way to relax and remember to breathe deeply, you just using it as an herbal steam. And of course, in the wintertime when the air is so dry, having that moisture.
Yes.
There's some good research that shows breathing moist air actually can help us stay well anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have all those things at the shop.
We do.
And you're welcome to come in and ask us more questions
You
if you
bet.
want to.
We love chatting about
Yes.
herbs.
And
of course.
so let's share a few ideas for Christmas gift giving
Yes.
if you want to, or gift giving any time of the year.
Yes, any time of the year, gifts for yourself or for someone else. This is one of our really popular items. Ginger is one of our favorite herbs for the fall and winter. It's a warming herb. It's really good for us. And crystallized ginger is ginger that has been simply preserved in sugar. And so we know sugar is not great for us, but an occasional treat. It's not terrible to have a little bit of crystallized ginger. And this is the best that we've ever found. So it's kind of slices. It's larger pieces than you usually find crystallized ginger, and it's really soft and chewy and wonderful. Especially with a little piece of dark chocolate right alongside it. It's really good.
And sometimes when you find it, though, it's very hard.
Yes, exactly. That's why we love this particular one, soft and chewy. And then we love everything natural. And feather earrings have been something that we've always loved, but real feathers tend to disintegrate quickly. And so we were really excited to find this artist. I know we've showed these before, but we wanted to mention them again for gift giving. He actually carves bone and then painstakingly hand paints them to match actual feathers. And so here is one from a peregrine falcon, absolutely gorgeous, blue jay, and our wonderful native turkey. Yes, absolutely beautiful. And we have other birds' feathers, of course, as well, and some other types of feather earrings. And then many of you know that I teach tarot, and we carry many different tarot and oracle decks in here as well. And so we usually try and feature some tarot or oracle deck, usually an oracle deck, in a bowl next to the front counter that people can draw a card for insight. And so right now we're featuring a deck that we really enjoy called the Forest Fae deck. That just is really inexpensive, a very sweet deck that is appropriate really for anyone at any age. And it makes a lovely stocking stuffer. And so let's go ahead and pull one and see. Oh, this is the Gnome of Mushrooms and Buttons. Seek silliness and joy. They are wise teachers.
Yes,
yes, indeed.
Good.
It's good to be silly and joyful and to remember to incorporate play into our lives. And sometimes it's good to have a little reminder of those things. And then, of course, our teas, of course, have been probably one of our most popular things for people to be coming in and purchasing for gifts this year. And we have available packets and bags of tea as well as bulk tea. And one of our most popular ones this season, because we've been serving it in the shop, is our Love Tea. And Love Tea, a lot of people think of it just for Valentine's Day and February, but really it's a lovely, warming hibiscus and rose-based winter tea because it has warming spices in it as well. It's absolutely delicious, and we love it. Lots of people love it too, and makes a great little stocking stuffer as well when you get the little packet.
Some of our decorating ideas actually can be used for gift ideas. I like to dig out my wool holly mats that I've made, and this is just
such beautiful
ones. This is just a very small one, and I like to lay them around because they're just sweet and precious, and they remind us of the holidays with the holly on them. But they do make great gifts, good too.
So pretty.
And one of the other things, and I know I mentioned this last year when we had our tea times out here, and this is a luminary jar. You heard me mention last week or the week before when I spray the Christmas lights. If I purchase new little mini lights, I spray them with glass frost to just tone them down just a bit and make them more luminescent, a little pearly looking. And that's what I've done to an old pickle jar. Not a really old one, it's just a pickle jar, one you might recycle, but instead of, this is the way I recycle them. I put some glass frost on them. It gives it that pearly look. And I have some Epsom salts inside, which kind of looks like snow.
It does.
And then I put a little votive candle inside. And so this is pretty outside on your front porch. It makes it safe because it's just a votive candle down in a tall jar. Or putting around different places in your home, on the bookcase or whatever. Just a very quick and easy thing to do. Super inexpensive.
Oh, yeah. What a fantastic idea. I love that warm glow. And that's so easy to make. It's something that most people have around as long as you've got the
That's right.
The spray.
I like them.
Yeah, I love it.
And one of the other things I did is I stopped at the nursery this week, the greenhouses, and I picked up some paper whites, which are narcissus. I buy them now because if you wait 2 weeks from now, they won't be available. they're already sold out, and they're sold for the season for the holiday. But I like to take them and put them in a cool place, like in my garage in a paper sack. I leave them there till January 1st, and then January 1st is when I plant them in a pot, bring them into the house, I water them, and then by the third week of January, they're blooming beautiful white. And to me, that is so pretty with the snow, if we have snow on the ground. It's just a beautiful January plant. I guess I need some green in the house and something growing in the house by that time. And I'm a little tired by that time of amaryllises and poinsettias and so on.
Yeah.
So I just want to remind everybody, in case you need to go out and buy any paper whites, now's the time to do it.
It makes a wonderful gift, and that's, we don't really exchange a lot of gifts in our family
Not
because we're all
anymore.
adults. We all have everything that we need, but that's something that you always make sure I get at Christmas time, and I
Yes.
love that because it brightens our January, and
Yes.
I love that tradition of starting those Narcissus paper whites.
It seems like in January is when we really need that little
Yes.
pick-me-up too. So we also have gift certificates.
Oh yes.
Always.
Yes, if you have people who are difficult to buy for, gift certificate is a perfect fit. And our gift certificates are usable both for the wonderful items that we carry here in the shop as well as our classes online. So.
And so we'll leave you with a quote that says, "The best gifts are tied with heartstrings."
Oh, isn't that the truth? Everything is about love, and we want to approach the season with love too.
And so we'll plan to see you next week. Have a great week.
Good earth blessing to you.